Hey everybody, welcome back. Today's Friday and I got all my work done. I was just going to show you, I had some extra time. I cleaned up the shop. I'm having a garage sale right now and I was going to show you what I'm going to work on next. But first I'll just walk you around the shop, shall we? So yeah, I moved my toolbox. So I think I got to stand back here. So right over there by the chair, that's where I sit down by my computer. And then I move the toolbox right there beside the hoist. So, yeah. Here's where I sit down and work on the computer. And then I move the toolbox right over here. So I got kind of like a little square going on here, like a kitchen. And then some of this stuff is what I'm going to work on next. So I'll explain that in a minute. Here's my oil change station, because when I bring a car in, it's the door right there in the hoist. So this is my oil change station. I got everything here. You know, sometimes I don't use this strap wrench, but I don't know where to put it. I ran out of room. Let's put it right there. But I got everything here that I need. So when a car comes in, I drop the oil and take off the filter. And so that's really convenient for me. I mean, sometimes I have to use this strap wrench, but not very often. Maybe we'll just set it up here. And here's the clipboard, so when people come in to pay, I put their invoice on that and set it over there for them with their keys. I got my transmission temperature chart up over here for Chryslers and other vehicles that you need for Chryslers and other vehicles that you need one of these things. It's a cable dipstick. Yeah, it's super retarded, and the Jeeps actually have a different one you put down inside. So everything's cleaned up and organized. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, I ever showed you this, but another one of my homemade tool deals on my air compressor. So I got my tire gauge, a clip-on, an air gun, another tire chuck, a couple air blowers. And that all stays there when the compressor's running, but it does rattle. I gotta get a new compressor anyways, but it's on my hose reel. Yeah, I put my hose reel right here. And there's enough hose on there, it can reach outside the door. And the compressor leaks, I don't know, it's leaking through the pump area somehow, I don't know. So yeah, I turn it on. It vibrates a little bit. Oh yeah, don't forget about the Solari. So that's right up here. I haven't used that in a while. Usually I use that once a week. It's getting a little dust on it. There's the XT75 is right back here. That hasn't been on for a month or so. And then I got, my TIG welder and my little torches and my new tire bead breakers right back here. So I got two little acetylene jeweler torches, and that's what I use. Then some of my oils and spare parts way up at the top. My oil filters that I keep on hand. I'm always having to order different oil filters. Then I got my press. There's a set of gauges hooked on there. The vacuum's down there. So it's a little Craftsman vacuum. I gotta cut all my oil filters. They're still just from all the oil. I don't do very many oil changes anymore. I told people I didn't want to do oil changes, and I rarely get them anymore, but that'll be changing. So the press, set of gauges. I set my brake cleaner right here. So I got an endoscope up there, fuses and circuit breakers, and then plastic clips there. Over here, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Yeah, here's where I can put my scrap, and I just emptied it, so there's only some wheel bearings in there, axles, and then it's a collect-all on top. And then I got this is some of my parts that I gotta do for my stuff. Like we're gonna get the mod motor running, so we're gonna change that to E85. So I got a bunch of stuff for that. Some sanding belts for my grinder, and we gotta put a see, I got a part for that. Here's a speed control. We're gonna be putting a speed control on there, and somehow integrate a wire brush on it too, because my wire brush is over there. Or yeah, the grinding, the wire brush, the wire wheel. So we're gonna be integrating that, and then I got a greenstone for it too. But this white stone seems to work pretty good. It is wearing, but I sharpen a lot of drill bits and carbide stuff, so a greenstone is what you need for that. So down here, I just got down here. There's some Mopar ATF plus 4, so the whole bottom is full of this, and then these are just gallons that I would keep real handy for the XT75. They're gallons of used oil. Because they fit in the shelf. I got a refrigerator. It's full of Mountain Dew and beer and Faygo. That's the Quick Trip Pop. Somebody drank all of my water. I got the Defuel. This is what I use to cut laser cut keys. This is my dad's toolbox, and it's full. So files, a bunch of these older. It's speed handle. He had a bunch of those. Just some weird screwdrivers and stuff, and then there's some studs in here, like for lining out. He did a lot of heavy duty stuff for trucks. Then some wrenches. These are just kind of. My dad gave all his sets to my brother, and he works in heavy duty farm. So I got kind of some of the lighter stuff. This is just my dad's toolbox that he kept at home for when he was working in here. So it's just all full of like wrenches. Here's the bit drawer. The punch and chisel drawer. The 1/4-inch socket drawer. Up here, man. I asked my brother if he wanted some of these big screwdriver bits. He said not at this time, and then yeah, here's the other one. I knew there was a 3/8 one of those for the breaker bars. They're snap-on. Then there's a bunch of square sockets and big sockets up there. And then my soldering gun and field pressure gauge. I just keep it up there because that's handy. I don't really use this toolbox a lot. I got some diagnostic stuff in here. These are terminals which go into the pickup. So my case of terminals, this is pretty cool. I just bolted 2 of these cases together. And then I got all my terminals. I wonder if we got wire nuts. And we got some of these Best Buy ones. I bet you I even have some Scotch locks in here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I still use them. Yep. Over here, so a couple battery testers up there. I got 4 battery testers. These are my gear wrench. I just won some tools on Jeff's Garage Adventures. That was pretty awesome. I won these Villa Tools extensions. Look at these bad boys. I can't wait to use them. I do notice that this is a paint. So I don't know, it must be some kind of enamel, because one of these I noticed is scraping off. And I can't find out which one it is right now. Yeah, this one is a little bit. So right there, I thought it might be plastic or something, but that's actually a paint. So yeah, I don't know if we should go into all this. Yeah, this is just going to be a short video for today. So here's some of my pliers. Yeah, I got a couple of these old Snap-on ones. These are pretty cool. So I don't know if you call that the fish scale grips or whatever. This one's like brand new, so I don't like to use it. And I got my Icon. I use that. And here's all my like line testing tools. Some suckers, and this is where I keep like the vacuum gauges in there. And some more wrenches. Yeah, I can't remember what all this stuff is. Oh, a Noid light set. These, I just used these the other day. So a set of 1/4 inch bobbles. And this is just some odd and ends screwdrivers. Oh, here's my vessel. Yeah, I won this on Jeffro's Garage and Fab. So I did finally figure out what I'm going to use this for. And it's going to be for the Chevy air cleaners. So I'm just going to, keep these in here. Then I think it's a 25 or 27 you use right there. So now I can get down there on the, it'll be on the Encores with the 3.6. You got to reach way down there. So this will be a good one for that. The one you can't get with your Impact. So I did finally figure out what I'm going to use that for. And yeah, that's me. That's got to be back in the 90s. It's got to be early 2000s, somewhere in the mod. So street stock and a mod. And then over here I got some of my electric stuff and all my torque wrenches. Here's all the picks. So all the picks. And then here I was experimenting, and that's why I got all this foam over here. But I'm gonna get a new toolbox, and every drawer is gonna get foam. So then, my new toolbox, every drawer is gonna be foam. Every tool will have a spot. So I started experimenting with how I'm gonna do this and cutting this stuff and making it work. Obviously, I'm gonna glue these together, but this wasn't big enough, so I just experimented with it. These are all some carbide, high-speed steel, deburring tools, or I don't know what you call those. And then some brake tools. Got the picks. Here's one of the electrical drawers. All my electrical pliers. And these ones here work really good. I got these Snap-on ones. There's two different ones of these. One for bigger wire and one for smaller. This is the bigger wire one. And just some sets. These are all my... Yeah, this isn't organized very good. Wire brushes. Just some miscellaneous. And the parts washer always gets covered down with the parts for the day. Or whatever vehicles I got coming in. And I was working on the shit. That's what I mean. I kind of got all done with my work. But not all the way. Yeah, I can't show you. But I got a 2005 Chevy out there. I'm going to start over. So I kind of got done with all my work. And you can't see through the window because it's too bright out there. But I got a 2005 Chevy. That's what I was explaining. It needs ABS modulator assembly. The motor's bad. And the computer says the module's bad too, but I don't think it is. But anyways, I ordered the whole thing and that's the wrong one. So that's what I was supposed to do today. I bring it in. I broke a brake line off. Had to fix that. And found out it was the wrong one. And now she's outside until the next one comes in. Yeah, I can't find one for some reason local. Can't find a new one. Nothing. So I had to get one on eBay. My little welder is down here. It's got a battery on it, so if a car comes in and they want a battery, or if it's weak and they still want a battery, I mean, I don't lie to them. I don't upsell anything. I'll keep their old battery for a while and just use it around the shop. Got my big funnel. Yeah, so that's where the welder is. Yeah, and then I was having a sale today. Yeah, I told you that, so we'll go over and look up everything I got for sale. So yeah, that bike. I guess I'd sell the Jeep and the Ranger and maybe the van, maybe. Yeah, this van. That one there. I don't know, I've had a couple offers on it. a 1500. I use it so much that I don't really want to sell it. So over here we'll start with some of my sale items. So down there's, what is there? Six little boxes of wrenches. And I've already put 4 boxes of wrenches away in all my tools, that missing wrenches and all that. Plus I've sold some already. And then there's some sockets. More sockets. I have a pretty good Dale Earnhardt collection. So some of the stuff in here is for Dale Earnhardt. Look at there, there's a late model and a Dale Jr. late model. Some books. Like a baseball card thing down there. I can't see the light shining on it. Oh, here's a little one. There's a Corvette up there. This is kind of cool. I think it's called a hologram. It's glass. Anyways, just some stuff I got for sale. Star Adventure. Oh, there's more Dale Earnhardt over here. So here's like a drawing, pencil drawing, calendar, still in the plastic. Up here some Dale Earnhardt stuff. So there's a semi. Here's an old well, this is Dale Jr. Couple lighters. I don't know what that. Oh, that's for a clock that fell off the wall and that car fell off. Over here, I don't know what. This is some kind of Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, that's a 7-time champion. It says, I don't know. It's just a regular Monte Carlo. Here's another little model. I like that old Good Wrench car. Lumina. This one. I think I like the Monte. I don't have any of the older Dale Earnhardt. Yeah, here's my first cell phone cover. Actually, I have the cell phone. I found it. But here's my cover for the cell phone. When I had one of these Nokias. First cell phone. I wish I would have never had a cell phone. Here's a bottle coolie. Here's something that never got opened. I don't know, it's just a car. Here's one you throw out the TV when he crashes or something bad happens. Everything's all dusty. It's all out in the shop. Of course, it was dusty in the house too. So yeah, I'm having a sale. There's a couple laptops down here. Some CDs. A pellet burner over there. There's all kinds of stuff. Here's the engine. We're going to get this engine running. So that's a 406. It's a methanol burner. I'm going to change it over to E85. It's been sitting since, I think, 2008. It's the mod motor. It's got 55 nights on it. It's still a runner. I wouldn't run it with these. I never backed off the valves. So yeah, we're going to get this running soon. Somebody said I should change the filter before we, I have a dipstick on mine. Nice and clean. I think this is like 11 quarts. That's Castrol 2050. So somebody said I should change the filter because it could disintegrate and then get, I don't know, go through the pump and into the bearings. I don't know. But we're going to get that going. Here's the tranny jack, cherry picker, jack stand jack, my new air conditioning machine. This is my double-sided bolt bend back there. I don't think I can swing it around. Maybe I can. It's on wheels. So just all kinds of bolts. All kinds of junk. I save everything. Yeah, so let's get over to the part where I was going to tell you. So all my circuit boards came, or not all my circuit boards came in. I've been waiting for these, so I designed this circuit board. And it's for, that's what I'm going to work on tonight. I'm going to put one of those together. So it's for a Bagda controller, and it's going to be to retrofit these older ones that I built. I built all these older ones right here. So this is what the old style one looked like. And it's just going to be the company that I worked for don't make these anymore, these circuit boards. So my new board is it's a retro board. It's just going to go right in there. Same. It's not the same. This one's going to use an Adreno Nano. That one uses a microchip. And then here's the cab box. A lift drop adjustment. Here's your button. We'll wire this into like your horn button maybe if you want. So here's one I've been working on. I'll show you. So this is a completely different design, my own. So I'll unplug this because it won't turn on. And this is This is going to be a 1224 volt controller. I'm going to get a steel box for it. But if you noticed, the original style uses 4 relays. Well, I figured out I could use 2. So then all these cables, this is just a Cat 5 here, plugs in both. So that's going to be easy if you cut it. You can run down to Walmart and get a Cat 5 or Cat 6. They're all the same. The button, it's going to use this one. This one is a 4-wire telephone cord. What's that, RJ11? This is a switch. I'll show you in a minute. So here's another one. I don't know. This is just a little. So like the Komatsu's, I think we'll have a switch like this kind of. And here's like if you have an old Cat or something. And that's a momentary. So these are 2-wire, still compatible. I'll show you why. Here's the controller board. I dropped it the other day on the floor, and this is the lift drop adjustment for time. I broke the little lever off. I was very upset, and I'm going to fix that. I don't know if tonight or not. So this is the circuit board for this one. That's a Nano. So this cord plugs into here. So we can go ahead and fire this up. So most generally, these run on 24 volts. Alright, so we got power now. These are 24 volt relays in this one. So if you want 12 volt, I'll put 12 volt relays in it. So now, let me get you down here. So now this cord just plugs into the circuit board. And like I said, this is a new design I'm working on. So first we could let's just try this button. Plus there's a button, I integrated a button right here on the board. So if you press the button, now this button is a little goofy. Like, it's just a used one I recycled. So there's lift. So these 2 relays come in for lift. Lift dropped out and then the power, and then the drop came in and shut off, and then the power. So this is the power relay, this is the lift relay, this is the drop relay. So we can watch that again. So lift, press the button again, drop. And the reason this one always times out last is to get rid of the induction spike. And there is a built-in diode for that also. And this here is a voltage converter, so it takes in up to, I don't know, it's just, I think it can take in like 30 some volts, and then it converts that to 5. That's what runs this, the circuit board. And then this one has some MOSFET board in here, a voltage divider over here. Yeah, so I could show you. So what this does is in the generator, like if you have a Cat generator, you're fine, or them German ones too. They're 24 volts. But I will rewind the fields in your generator, So you give me a high voltage generator, a 250 volt one, and I rewind those, even Ohio's or Onins I'll rewind. So I'll rewind the fields in those to run on 24 volts. So you put 24 volts into the field and you get 230 out. That's what the magnets run at, 230. So let's hook this meter on here. I'll show you what it does. So the middle, these two middle ones are hooked together, and these two outside ones are hooked together. So we'll turn on the meter. And this meter is an auto ranging. So let's hook on the other button, because remember I was going to show you that. So this button, when I hit it, it has a light on it. So here, let's see if I can get you guys in on this meter. Is that better? Alright, so I'm going to go to lift. So there's lift. So now watch, when I go to drop, it's going to be minus that voltage. So I wasn't watching. So lift. Drop, yep, minus. And then the drop time is this. So here I'll set it up real fast. The meter won't even catch it. So lift. Drop. Yeah, it just barely caught it. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And eventually, what I would like to do is make this little button into the message center and have voltage indication on it too. So like this could be a multicolor LED. If it flashes, it indicates a problem. And if it's green when you're lifting, if that turns green, then that would be good indication you got good voltage. And then red could be under voltage or over voltage. So eventually I want to do that. And that may require another wire, I'm not sure, it depends. So yeah, I got the time set really low. So a smaller magnet will need less time, and a great big like 72 or 80 inch, 84 inch magnet will need a lot more time to clean the magnet when you drop. So I got a couple seconds of drop time there, that should be enough to clean it. So I'm not doing anything with this one today. What I'm doing is making the retro board for that one. So that's why I cleaned up the shop. It's because I'm going to go over here to the prototype lab. So right over here. So here's my soldering station, soldering gun. Solder hangs up here by the wires. So I just drape that down here, and then I can actually, if I want to solder a wire, I got a little clip right there. I don't know what this little board is I was making, but there's a little board there. I think it was something for some LED strips, but it's still clipped on there. So here's one of my new boards. All my components. Hopefully I got enough components to put this together. I did order some, but they're not here yet. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the night before it's beer 30. Alright guys, I showed you around the shop a little bit today, and I got her cleaned up, and going to have some big news in about a month. So yeah, I'm super excited these boards came in. So the first time I ordered them, I used the customer's credit card. They're for him. Yeah, he trusts me enough to give me his credit card, so I can buy any of the stuff I want. So I ordered them, but I put one of the wrong numbers in when I ordered it. I got them from pad to pad. So it was weeks and weeks and weeks, and I finally call them, and they're like, "Yeah, your credit card. I must have not got the message." But they said the credit card didn't go through. Payment declined. I mean, I wouldn't know that. It's not my credit card. So when I call them, I find out I gave them one of the wrong numbers, and I gave them the right number, and it went through, and I think it was 2 weeks I got them turn around. So, and I just do a small order because we could have some mistakes. I see a couple things I want to change already. I should have had some through holes for the little switch right here. So I'll just take one of these. So right now, revision 2 is going to have holes here for this. I want these diodes here to be bigger. So I must have figured this for a 4007. Usually the boards that they had 3 amp diodes, but I think I figured that I only need a 4007, so I calculated all that out. So I will make them universal, like some of my resistors here. So on this MOSFET, if you could see, the resistor has 2 through holes. Well, that's so I can use an 1/8 watt or a 1/4 watt, or I can even use a. I think I made it so I could even use a surface mount. And then there was one other thing I thought I was going to change. Yeah, I think this MOSFET is a little close to this plug here, so I would like to move that over. And then this one's got LEDs for all lift and drop, an LED when you hit the button. This is going to be the button switch on the board, so when you're out there on the field testing, you can just press that. That's going to be a nano, and I know now that you can get a nano. It's an ESP 32 nano, so that's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So that'd be really cool. Like I could put in some code that I could diagnose this through Wi-Fi over the phone and internet, so that the customer could call me on the phone. I could hook into it on the internet and tell them what's wrong. But that's for future. I'm not that good yet on Wi-Fi over the internet, doing a self-diag, or I guess you can even program them over the internet, so send code and have it program itself. So I'm not that good yet, but I do know how to code those things, so I only have the code I wrote for mine, and this one's different, so I have to write new code for this one. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing some soldering tonight. I can't wait. As soon as I get this video uploaded, solder time. Alright guys, looks like it's been like 33 minutes, yeah. I'm going to cut this off and edit this video and get her uploaded tonight, because I haven't had a video all week, I don't think. I've been working on timing chains. 2 big time chain jobs right in a row. The Chevy. I did some tailgate wiring. I did the brakes on my pickup, or I didn't do them yet, but I took the caliper off and freed it up. It was locked on there. I can't even remember. I get 1 to 2 cars in every day, sometimes 3 or 4. Today was just 2. I got 1 coming in tomorrow and 1 coming in on Sunday. So yeah, I did have a couple people stop at the sale today, so I was happy about that. They didn't buy nothing though. They were interested in the engine though. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'm going to get busy, so I just didn't want to do a video on that one timing chain job, because I never done one of those, that 1.4, and that's the newer style 1.4. That was pretty complicated, and the dealers had a hard time getting me parts for that one, so not very many aftermarket parts out there, and I don't want to put Chinese parts in that one. Anyways, alright guys, I'm cutting her off now, and hopefully I can get this video up tonight. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a nice night.